This is a message to President Robert Gabriel Mugabe. For years, we stood behind you and believed in everything that you believed in. For years, you had no opposition party. Well, this is not an opposition party message. This is a message from the people, a child of Zimbabwe, mwana wevu. President, nguva yakwana yekuti muchiitawo step down, mosiyirawo vafana. Come with ideas. Just because kuti makaenda kuhondo isu tisina kuenda does not mean kuti you hold the country at ransom. We love our country as young people of Zimbabwe. We love our country as the child of the soil of Zimbabwe. Can you not see what is happening to the country that you so say up to now that you fought for, and still stand and want to fight bodyguards, journalists from other countries because of what you stand for? But what have you done for the past 20 years? What has been happening for the past 20 years? If you do not listen to us as the children of Zimbabwe, if you do not listen to us as the people that you've been trying to say that we're going to educate our kids, then where is your legacy? Takakura tichiziva isu kuti kuna President Robert Mugabe. Proud we stood. We stood high and held our flags whenever we sang the national anthem. Even when it changed, we were behind you. But it's about time that you listen to the kids of Zimbabwe. We are in dire straits. Some of us have run away because we had no future anymore. What good is it for me kuti ndiite vana ndiri muZimbabwe, kuti nyika yangu ikure ndiri muZimbabwe ndisina chandinokwanisa kuvapa, mabasa awopera? Tanga tisingabhadharwe kubasa. Tasvika panguva ino yekuti no, enough is enough. Ropa ramaitaura riri paZimbabwean flag, ropa. Upfumi kuvatema, minerals kuvatema, zvirimwa kuvatema. Not all of us have benefited from that. Only you and your ministers, the people that you appoint. We're not a political party. We don't want to be. But change must happen. And change ngaitange kufunga kuti imi president chii chamaitira vana venyu for the past couple of years. Chii chinoita kuti graduate sure aende anorima mugarden. Chii chinoita kuti anogeza motikari. Imi muchifamba nebenzi yenyu that's worth millions and how many tons it is. And the motorcade that runs from God knows 1 kilometer. Isu zvizvarwa zveZimbabwe, vana veZimbabwe tichisafa. Hamuzvionawo here nyasha dzenyu dziri kupi pamunoenda kuchechi kwenyu? Taneta, hatichada. Taakubatana isu vasiri vepolitical, any political affiliation. Kuti don't you think kuti this ridiculousness, this rundown of a country that was once called the breadbasket of Africa should now change? We want us as a people to benefit from what we have from our own countries. I am now in the diaspora. Believe me, I do not want to be here. Ndinoda Zimbabwe yangu. Ndinoda mureza wangu. Ndinoda nyika yangu. Ndiri kuda kudzoka kumusha, but ndodzoka here kuti ndinosvika ndichiitei? It's about time that you recollect your thoughts, Mr. President, at your 92 years old. And I think if you had retired way back, would have been still lifting up your name high. But you've lost it. You've lost the plot. Please give us our Zimbabwe back. There used to be a song yamaimba kuhondo imimi yainzi vakuru vemusazokanganwa kuti Zimbabwe taitora. Saka taitora papi when we don't have it. Taitora papi when we're running away from our own countries, from our own country. It's time for a change, Mr. President. And your wife ain't even going to make it to give us the change that we want because she's been under your thoughts, your regime. I remember growing up eating baked beans, eggs, and bacon and sausage. We called it English breakfast. Tangati nazo, we could afford it. We could have it. It was the norm to have it. That was back in the 80s. Koyezvinezvi chingwa chaicho takutochishaya. Vanokwanisa kubika mupota hai vaakutobika mupota hai. Imi makagara kumba kwenyu ikoko. Once you have fancy breakfast, fancy birthdays, everything fancy. What about the masses? The majority that you strongly still stand up to now and say that you did that for them. Where are we? Where are we in the equation? It's time, sir, that you realize this. It's time that you know that the children of Zimbabwe are not happy. The children, most of the masses that are out of the country, are not happy to be where they are. I stand with everything that's happening with the movement of the flag. Yedu yemuZimbabwe. Ropa racho revanhu vakatifira. Hamuzirimi mega makarwa mawo vets vari muparliament kuti munoramba makabata chigaro. No, makarwira isu. Kana makarwira isusu saka chitipaiwo chinzvimbo chekuti titaure zviri kuitika kwatiri kana musiri kuzviona. Chitipaiwo chinzvimbo chekuti tivewo vana veZimbabwe vanokwanisa kuitawo maleaders, vanokwanisawo kupinda muzvigaro zvamuri and take advice from you on a political level. But no, you still want to maintain this. Hamusi kuona here kusafa kwatiri kuita? Hamusi kuona here kuchema kwatiri kuita sevana veZimbabwe? It's about time, Mr. President. And if you think you're still right, God bless you. But we're no longer behind you. We no longer believe in you. We don't believe in the government because the government is just for you and your people, not for us. We are meant to be the government. Now, when we start speaking out as the people, which is meant to be a government, and you say we are being funded by the westernized, that is so wrong. I am sorry to tell you that is so wrong. vanhu vakadzidza vanotiudza kudaro isusu tisina magetsi, tisina chikafu, tisina mvura, tisina mabasa. Moti we are being funded? Seriously? It's time mutinzwawo. And I'm 100% behind even overthrowing the government just by words, not by physical, not by being part of a party, but just by mobilizing people kuti hamusi kuonawo here kusafa kwatiri kuita. Ndine urombo kuti ndikuudzei kuti this is what you've become. You've become worse than the dictators themselves. Vanhu vamukatorera nyika vachiti vatikuvadza, vatora upfumi hwedu. Imi mune mafamu mangani? Mune ma-ice cream mukaka unogadzirwa mumaprazi enyu. And you pay your people next to nothing. And you say that we are liberated. No, we are not. I am sorry. I salute Evan for starting this movement. And I want it to carry on, and I'm going to stand behind it and let the world know that enough is enough. It's time we liberated our flag, our people. Thank you for taking time to listen to me.